Hello, welcome back to Fo's Journey Across the Bridge. I'm Fozia. Welcome on the journey. So, this is the healing series for healing your inner child. Okay, so that's what we're working on. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do that right now. If you're enjoying the material, make sure you click the like button and make sure to share this video because others are probably going through their own healing and we all probably need some inner child healing. So, and hit the notification bell because you know what? When I post again, you want to make sure that you're notified, right? So, as I mentioned, the questions in the part 1 video. So, this is part of part 1, but the answered aspect. So, the first part was the question. So, I'm back giving you guys my answer because remember, I said to you to go ahead and answer the questions for yourself. Well, I have to make sure that I'm doing the work. The whole point of me having written them down originally is because I intended to ask myself those questions. So I'm going to remind you guys of the questions before I answer it. So here we go. And what I did was I made sure that I got myself a brand new notebook, right? And in my notebook, what I did was I gave it the title. Okay, I gave it the title of the name of the book. I put down questions and answers, statements and summary. I gave it a date. I'm just giving myself so much information and preparing myself and having the right tools in place in terms of when did I write this and all of that. So I'm going to read the questions and then I'm going to share with you guys my answer, right? So you know, so that you can know I'm also doing the work. Okay, here we go. So the first question was, how is the violence of sexual abuse experienced in my childhood affecting me later in life? So that's the first question. So I started answering the question by kind of asking the question and answering it at the same time. So here we go. This is answer to part 1, answer to question 1. All right. The abuse that I experienced in my childhood had affected me later in life in these ways listed below, and ways that it still affects me, and how I acknowledge it and what work I am doing to heal and resolve it. So I'm going to share with you the ways it has affected me, my acknowledgement of it, how am I going to heal and resolve it, and at the same time, ways that it may still be affecting me. Okay? The abuse had actually defined my whole life and had taken over my life. Who I became after the abuse was not my authentic and liberated self. It was the me that had experienced an attack, had an extreme wound, and became scared and guarded. No longer free and joyful. I would only show my joy in small doses. I spent most of my time watching my back, never really feeling safe, and that fear kept showing up, especially after having kids. I have not yet returned to a carefree, trusting inner self, confident of the external world. I am working on my faith to be able to trust life in a divine, knowing way. So in some ways, I am still working on fully trusting. So that's my answer to question number 1. And question number 2, how am I abusing the child in my inner world? And question number 3, how have I denied the child within? Because this is also abuse. So I've answered question 2 and 3 together, okay? Here we go. I am actually no longer abusing the child within. I believe the healing work that I have done previously allowed me to move past that. Now, the ways that I used to abuse the child in... Okay, yeah, here we go. Now, I'm going to talk to you guys about the ways that I used to abuse the child in my inner world. Was by silencing her, by denying her love and attention from me, and not letting her speak up or dismissing her needs and concerns. I used to ignore her nudges and avoid connecting with her. I could not handle her pain, her cry. I was still her, and back then I did not have the tools or the know-how as to be present with our pain. I was actually very angry and upset with her, but I'm realizing that was her anger and upset with me. So it was like I'm not hearing her, right? So I wasn't hearing her, and that was coming across as just me being very angry. All right, so I'm going to continue my answer to question 2 and 3. I actually was able to allow her to voice our pain through help of counselors, healers, and many personal development books. Lots of video of godly people offering messages of healing. Lots of conversations with like-minded individuals through Meetup. Many conversations with siblings. Deep uncovering of self through journaling, voice recording, video diaries, and meditation and prayer. Walks in all kinds of weather. Staying in bed and letting myself rest and cry and receive confirmations. The right people at the right store and learning to say no and setting healthy boundaries and affirming them. I started to take care of myself and putting myself first. First, before my children, before my parents. I needed me more than anyone needed me. I needed my energy, my efforts, my care, my intentions, my love, my friendship, and my kindness. I became my everything and kept to myself. Became selective with where I spend my time and with whom I spend my time with. I had to relearn a lot of things, especially who I am and what I love. I had to regain my voice, my strength, my power, and my identity. Who I am became my search. I started to release habits that were not mine, but were adopted. I needed to find out who I am without all that I knew. How am I? How am I in the absence of all of them, and can I be okay with loving myself with just me at home to hold on to? Can I find myself to be enough? And the answer to that is yes. The answer to that is yes. And now I want to rescue all of me, make myself whole again with all pieces of me. I am enough. So that is how I have answered the question. That is my answer to those 3 questions. I hope that you're taking the time as well to ask yourself those questions and allow yourself to have an inventory, a follow-up. Where are you when it comes to those particular concerns? Are you abusing your inner child still? Are you not listening to her? Are you not listening and giving her voice? And how has abuse that you've experienced in your childhood, how has it affected you later in your life? How are you denying your inner child? So I hope that you are doing the work like me and you are answering those questions and you're getting to find out about where you are, who you are, and what's important to you, and how you can continue to heal further. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to share this space with you guys and to share this healing journey that I am doing with you guys. And just know that you are significant. There is no one more important to you in the world than you are to yourself. You are number one, because where you stand is where God stands. And when you're serving you, you're serving God. When you put you second, you're putting God second. So take care of yourself. And when you're healed and you're strong, then you can be of better service to others. Remember that. This is Fo's Journey Across the Bridge. Thank you for tuning in. And you are very welcome on this journey. And I'm glad to have you on board. Take care for now. Bye.